This is InfoStealer malware, out and available on the public internet. It's literally on GitHub. It will steal computer information, exfiltrate Discord tokens, grab passwords, cookies, session information history, take screenshots, Wi-Fi passwords, and more. And this is supposedly another tool that hacks into your camera and computer webcam. Malicious software like this is all over the public internet, and it gets shared and spread around by threat actors, adversaries, and cyber criminals, and they even get it into code, like libraries and modules, stuff used to write other software. Like, look at this. This library, HTTP current, this was literally a module that was available on PyPy, the official Python package index and library where others could download code to use in their own applications, projects, and software. And this was an information stealer. It would just pull things out of browsers and do everything that we might expect in that strain and family of malware. Now, I don't know if you caught it, but what this does is actually uploads, posts, and pushes all of the data and information that it could steal, and it just slaps it up on Telegram, so that the adversary, the threat actor and cyber criminal, has a home base to be able to retrieve and see all that information. And this is pretty common if you didn't know. Even looking back at that oak grabber info stealer we saw just a moment ago, it would go ahead and post all that information into Discord. It'll grab your IP address, city, country, geolocation the best it can, and passwords for any web browsers that you might use, or even phone numbers, addresses, things that are stored in your web browser. So here's the thing. In this video, we're going to do a couple different things. We're going to do some malware analysis, and we're going to do some threat hunting, looking for those adversaries, threat actors, and cyber criminals, and what they're sharing for different malware samples or even logs, information that they've already stolen. There's going to be a lot of cool stuff to demo in this video, but I want to start looking and hunting for some of those threats that are out there. Now, I love to track this stuff down with Flare. Flare is this awesome tool, an incredible cyber threat exposure management solution. When you use Flare, you can create these identifiers for yourself, for your company, for your business, your organization, or anything that you just want to track and make sure there isn't stolen information already public and put out on the internet, and even the dark web. We can see our own exposure score. Hey, what's our risk? What threat model should we be worried about? Hey, what is already out there, like exposed credentials or information, sensitive data that we don't want public? Here, let me show you super duper quick, because I've gone ahead and created some identifiers for myself, for my name, for my company, and I like to use this for security research, because this is like the most incredible thing. I could be looking for different ransomware events. Say that some threat actor or ransomware group has compromised a company and they've published that information out on the dark web. I could actually go search for specifically, if I wanted to dig into those ransomware leaks or Telegram channels where a whole lot of that cybercrime is talked about and shared. We could look at different marketplaces where tools and information might be sold, maybe different forum posts where that's out and about, and of course, even just the open internet like Google or Amazon S3 buckets, hey, GitHub, stuff that just shouldn't be out there. And you know what? Let me go ahead and simply add a date rand, because I don't want to show you any like actual current victims, especially in ransomware incidents or leaked credentials. But if I bring this back maybe about a month or so, maybe December of 2023, I can go ahead and look and see, hey, yeah, there are some ransomware leaks, and we could track down what is included in this. Hang on, super quick. I'm like starting to sweat in here. Here's another example, and Flare will even show you the post that's published out on that onion link, or the Tor hidden services, the big long spooky URL to go access that page, and it might even be able to pull some of the leaked files. Flare can track down some of those stolen logs like passwords or credentials, especially coming from the InfoStealer malware, and we're chatting about that a lot, but you know what? What we could do is actually use this for some research, for some threat hunting, threat intelligence, and just see what is out there if we just wanted to search for it. Flare also gives us the capability to kind of do like a big giant Google search across the whole dark web. Let me show you this. I'm going to toggle the feed here to look for, hey, something in the global tenant, right? And I could get basically anything that Flare is pulling in for intelligence. It's collection here. Now I could search for whatever I wanted, like, oh, malware or ransomware or something that we haven't done yet before, is Discord. I think that would be kind of a cool term to see what weird stuff that we get. Let me go ahead and search for this, and And wow, okay, so that is already pulling potentially some leaks for Discord credentials. And I'll probably have to redact some of that because it's genuine passwords. But this got 1 million events. Holy crap. Okay, so let me narrow this, and you could maybe change the severity of what we're looking for. But I want to specifically look for Discord Stealer. Let's enter that in quotes, so we'll get exactly that wording. Oh, and this is wild. Hey, something on Breach forums, kind of a bit recent, saying, look, we're selling some stealers. Here's a Discord stealer or a wallet stealer out and available. I think I can go ahead and make this just current. Let's set the date to all and see what weird stuff is happening like right now. I will even change the categories here though, because I kind of want to see this stuff happening on Telegram. So let me get back into the illicit networks. I'll toggle everything off, but just get the chat rooms. Just get the Telegram channels where some threat actors are chatting about information stealers. Oh, and here's one on the jacuzzi. Oh goodness. Okay, we've already done some damage with the jacuzzi Telegram, but you could click on the content tab here and you'll be able to see all of the communication back and forth between that chat. And bear in mind, look, these are bad people that have ill intentions, right? So that you might see some curse words or profanity or things that just really aren't the most humane. But look, we can kind of just keep cruising, all right? Like, obviously, a couple bad usernames here, and just the language is quite a bit. Okay, yeah, jeez. Let's keep cruising and find something different here. Hey, someone asking, look, could I get any Discord Stealer source code for free? Let's see if that is available. This user's asking, who has Discord Stealer source for free? With a build bot, something working? Someone responds, yeah, you can find them on GitHub. Yeah, we saw that already. And then some other responses here. Yeah, just look online. Go ask Google. Just search for yourself. There are just like tons of results here, and it's kind of wild to look through these, but you can see a lot of their tooling, a lot of what folks are selling, a lot of those different chat rooms, and rat developers as some community, data leak monitor. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Stealers logs group. Hey, please, I need a free Discord stealer that can grab all the browsers, including the Outlook email clients. There's a malware developer chat. Oh, this one's kind of interesting. Hacking leaks chat. I'm super interested in this. Look, they say Discord stealer for learning. Yeah, okay. Oh, it's Oak Grabber. Nice. Look at that. We're coming full circle here. Now, here's the thing. Remember, Flare will give you the link. Like we just saw that Tor hidden service, the V3 onion address, but we could actually go grab the room link for that Telegram channel and go poke around and explore, see what else is there. And before we do that, gentle reminder, look, this is all for education's sake, just to kind of see what is out there, just to know what threats are in the world, and security research. I don't by any means mean to be enabling or advocating for some of that stupid, crazy, dumb cybercrime stuff. Don't be a cyber criminal. Don't do this. Don't download software. You don't need to do it. Just stop. Let me grab that URL though, and let's see what we can do. Hacking leaks chat. Oh, 13 members. It's kind of small. It's kind of tiny. Okay, here we are in the Hacking Leaks chat over on Telegram. Some weird messages to join another Discord server. And, oh, HTTP browser method for flooding. Interesting. Weird stuff. Scrolling back in time. What the heck is this? What on earth? Oh, this is so silly. They're trying to like DDoS some stupid sites here. Spotify taken down, oh, by an HTTP flood. That goes like, hey, can you take down this site? Can you take it down? Please help me take down this website. Bro, DDoS Telegram, lol. Tap the link. Mr. Lucifer says, hello, I can buy a botnet. Inbox me. DM me. Okay. There is really strange stuff in here. Couple cat gifs though. All right, can't complain about that. All right, you know what? Whatever. We'll just keep cruising. We'll move on. I'm sure there's some other weird stuff. Yeah, here, black hat hackers, whatever stealer that they've seen. It's the most skitty Discord stealer I've ever seen. Oh, what is the conversation here? It's in Python. It's in Python. I like that meme. Yeah, I'm going to send garbage from GitHub. It still works. Okay, I mean, can't complain about that. All right, so I could just look through Flare and go find some weird, wacky stuff across the internet and the dark web for hours on end. And again, keeping tabs on our own exposed attack surface. Seriously, you should check them out. But I do want to do something more with this video, right? Because a lot of those InfoStealer malware samples or just any other strain of malware might just push data out to Discord or Telegram. And I'm interested in Telegram, and I want to show you why. When we got to see that InfoStealer malware that was literally a Python library that could be installed, and hey, some poor innocent user might not even realize that it's running, again, all the stolen information gets pushed out over to Telegram. But the way that they do that is by using a Telegram bot. And that'll have a specific bot token and a chat ID where it just blasts all this stuff out to. Now, the wild thing is, when we can get our hands on that malware sample, or even if it's in just stupid, simple Python, like, hey, they were making fun of in those chat rooms, look, you could still actually maybe potentially track down the Telegram bot token and the chat ID that they use for this campaign. And that can be kind of wild because that's basically the keys to the kingdom to interact with that bot. So if I keep scrolling through here, I think we'll be able to track down and literally find the values that they're using for their bot. Let me get back down to the bottom here. Look, you can see the message format that they would send. This is in French, right? But did I pass it? I might have. Let's look for that chat token. Oh, there it was. Ooh, look at this. Telegram token, chat ID, and notification information. This is some juicy information because we might be able to go see what that bot has been up to, what messages has it sent, and who all is actually communicating with it. And with that, I wanted to show you this super cool tool called TeleTracker. And this is relatively new, by the way. I think this was put together last month, and it's by one of my good friends, or I like to consider him a friend, Costas, or Costas. I don't know how to say your name, buddy. He is one of the genius individuals behind a lot of the DFIR report information on digital forensics and incident response, and he put together this tool to see how threat actors and adversaries are working with their Telegram bots inside of Telegram and the messages that they might send. So this tool will assist analysts in tracking and disrupting active malware campaigns that use Telegram for command and control. With this code, you could view all the channel messages and download all the uploaded content, such as the documents, photos, and videos, and other media, and pull that down onto your machine to further analyze. You can retrieve just basic information about the Telegram bot, understand who its owner is, and other channel-related information. And if you really wanted to, you could delete all the messages there if you wanted to disrupt their operations, or you could just totally spam the channel and send it messages over and over and over again. Now, again, let me say, take this with a grain of salt. It is, again, for that research, and you kind of have to have your own moral compass with this sort of thing, but put that in the back of your mind, right? Now, using TeleTracker is super duper easy. I could just go ahead and git clone. We'll go grab the repository. Now, I'm inside of a Linux virtual machine. I'll be using Remnux, the Linux distribution for reverse engineering malware, and I can fire up a terminal, and what I'll do is just full screen this super easy so I could git clone that repository. We'll pull it down, and I should just be able to run this telegatherer.python script and install the dependencies as needed. So let me pip install tac-r requirements.txt and grab all the dependencies that we need to run this code. Super duper easy. So let me try to run our TeleTracker, and I guess it's called telegatherer, right? There are a couple different scripts, but I think they've all been bundled into one at this point. Oh, I will actually need to run this with Python 3, and I'll supply tac-h to get the help information. Looks like it needs tac-t to supply the Telegram bot token and tac-c to supply the chat ID. Now, let me show you. I've actually used this kind of already to test it out and play with it on that HTTP concurrent InfoStealer malware that we saw from PyPy. I just simply ran the script, pasting in the values that we saw from the source code and the malware sample that we got to dig into. And with that, we could actually pull down information about the bot. We get its name, Royal Steel or Royal Steel bot. We get to see the channel that it's in, all of its permissions and rights, and maybe we could do anything else we want. This is so cool to me. You can see the chat administrators, the first name Centurion. I guess their username was Centurion TLG. And remember, it gives us this list of options, things that we could do with access to this Telegram bot. We could spam any other information, send messages that we want, delete them all, or, hey, pull down everything that it had actually sent. Get all the messages in that chat. Now, I have to say, I was testing that out previously, and while I was able to able to pull down this information. My next goal was to pull down all the messages that it sent, but I had to step away, go run some errands or some chores, and I lost access to that Telegram token. I guess they had some notifications. Hey, they could probably see some of the interaction, and they just revoked the token. So with that, I didn't have access and I couldn't do that anymore. But for this video, I found another malware sample that includes some of the Telegram bot information, and let's see if we could pull the stuff down. How much information can we get with Teletracker? So back on my command line, I'm actually gonna go back into another sample directory where I have this redtrace.exe. This is a executable file, just Windows PE32 and simple small stuff. We could just simply, hey, run strings on that binary, because we'll probably pretty clearly be indicated, hey, it has a bunch of Python files embedded in it. So it's likely a Python installer or py.exe or a compiled executable written in Python. Again, simple, small stuff, but now I might use something like PyInstractor on that redtrace.exe to pull information out of it. It was able to extract all this, but it notes, look, this was probably built in Python 3.11. So I am not actually running 3.11 on this machine. This VM actually only has Python 3 staged with version 3.8.10. So I had to kind of ask, look, could I install a simple Python 3.11, and look, it wasn't staged well and easy enough for me on this machine, so I thought I'd use a Docker container. And I'll be totally honest here, I just sort of asked ChatGPT if it could spit it together for me, and thankfully it was willing to do that and give me the script that I could use to go and extract this out. This was actually pretty cool because I haven't seen uncompile 6 work well on that more recent version of Python 3.11, but it is at least able to pull out some of the disassembly, and we can use the dis module for that. Here's a simple script to be able to do that. So what I'm going to do is simply add this Docker file. We'll slap in the syntax that ChatGPT was willing to give me, easy peasy. With that, I will build the instance, set up the container for me to run, and we can go ahead and stage a little volume while we run this interactively. Let me put my present working directory into this container so that I'll be able to have all the files here and still disassemble things as needed. Now, inside of the Docker container, since I have the correct version of Python 3.11 here, I should be able to go ahead and use this disassemble script that we have here with the extracted contents of the redtrace.pyc bytecode. And let me actually try to spit out the bytecode.txt. Fingers crossed that will pull it all down. Looks like it worked here. And with that, we can actually open up and see at least a little bit. Oh, hey, let's break out of our Docker instance. Let's open up Sublime Text and open that file here. And now we at least have the Python bytecode disassembly that we can kind of make sense of. There's not like pure, hey, you're reading the source code here, but we can at least see all the strings, the objects, everything that it might try to do. And that might include potentially the Telegram token. Let me search for Telegram. We can see a bunch of objects for Telegram sender, presumably doing what we would expect, an API to reach the bot, and it will ultimately end up sending data to Telegram. Let's see if we can track down. Yeah, there it is. Exactly what we were looking for, loaded into the bot token or chat ID variables. These pieces of data here. This is what we need. This is what we could give to Teletracker to see if we could pull down any info from that Telegram bot. Now, I'll be the first to admit here, this is uncharted territory, so I don't know how well this will work, if it even will, but let's try it out. Can I use Python with our Teletracker script with tact pasting in the token, and I'll go ahead and grab the chat value just as well. We'll pass that in for taxi, and fingers crossed, literally uncharted territory. I don't know if it'll work, and I hope so. Oh, it does it. It did it. It did it. It did it. Holy crap. Okay, what do we got? What do we got for the info here? Look at this. Username is aspect of a bot. Chat information was Notorious Hector. Peculiar. Get some of the information out. No administrators, apparently. Okay. Chat member count is 2. Is there any messages in there? Monitor for new messages, what we could do. Maybe send a message to that channel, spam the channel, delete all messages, or get them. Let me see if I can do number 6. Can I get all the messages from that Telegram channel? I'll enter number 6, hit enter here. Fingers crossed. Holy crap, there are like 1,000 messages. Let me hit enter, retrieve all the messages. No, I don't care about the specific number. I just want all of them. Enter your choice. Oh, we need an API key. Actually, if we look at the GitHub repository for our teletracker tool here, they do mention if you actually want to pull all this down, you will need to set up your own API key and stage it here in the .env environment file. So we should be able to do that. They give us just the link here to do it. So that should be all that we need. Let's go ahead and stage that, and I'll get it set up, and I'm not going to show you my Telegram API key. Okay, we're back in business. I have added my env file set up for the Telegram API. So let's see if we can run this one more time. We'll go ahead and work with the file, even though, yes, we have already seen it. Can we pull out now the messages? If I enter the number 6 to get messages from there, retrieve all of them. I don't care what order. I don't need any specific value. Okay, so I'm getting an error here. Peer ID invalid. Peer ID being used as invalid or not yet known. Make sure you meet the peer before interacting with it. I don't quite know what that means, to be honest. And you know what? Maybe that's okay. Maybe it's a good thing we don't need to rip and pull all of the messages from this. But we could send a message or spam the malicious Telegram channel with a specific message, delete all messages from the malicious Telegram channel that are sent within 24 hours. Should we just kind of... I don't know what we should do. Let me go see, what is it that gets sent? We actually use this Telegram sender. Wait, it encrypts files? Yeah, holy crap. Encrypt file, encryption complete, messages hello. If you're reading this, then you've likely been hit by the Red Trace ransomware. We apologize for the inconvenience. At the end of the day, we just want to get paid. Okay, great. Appreciate that, ransomware. Download BitPay, send it to this Bitcoin address. Wait shortly, you'll get a decryptor. Sketch. It's ransomware? What do they send to Telegram? Send key message? Oh, it sends the encryption key that was used so that it would be able to have its decryptor. Okay, so that they could then offer their support. So it's just communicating and knowing what was used to encrypt everything. That's pretty awful. And then it encrypts everything, adds a .red trace at the end. Yeah, it rewrites all the files after they've been encrypted. I don't like that whatsoever. Oh, it drops a ransom note info file created on the desktop. That must be the contents that we saw just a moment ago. Yeah, red trace, start directory. These are all the things, all the file extensions that would try and encrypt. That's insane. Well, now I'm like weirded out because they're encryption keys that are necessary for folks to actually decrypt if they were to do that for paying a ransom. Well, I don't know. I don't want them to pay ransomware either. That's a conundrum in my mind. Like deleting all the messages in the channel sounds like a bad idea. Spamming the channel with messages also doesn't sound like a good call right now. Dang, I feel like it's, I don't know, it's a different scenario, right? Two different situations where ransomware, and if that's what's sending information to a Telegram channel, or info stealer malware that's exfiltrating out to a Telegram bot. It's weird, but anyway, look, I feel like we've established the point. We've drawn out this fact that malware does send, submit, upload, and exfiltrate data to a lot of these online things like Discord or for Telegram, and Teletracker is one of these tools that you might be able to use to streamline the stuff that you could do with a Telegram bot token and key and all that access. If you're up to that research and that analysis, but again, at the end of the day, if you are trying to track this for your own sake, for your own information, for your business, for your company, if you want to understand what risk is out there, what is your exposed attack surface, and what threats are out there across the internet and the dark web, Flare is one of the ways you could do that. And with that, look, of course, this video is sponsored, and I appreciate all of Flare's support in helping the channel do what it can do. So seriously, thank you for that. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I honestly thought this was kind of cool because look, it is just digging around, seeing the malware that's out there and trying to understand what more it does and how you might be able to do something with that as well. So I hope those are some good tools in your toolkit. Try Teletracker if you can in the right way. But look, thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Link in the video description for all the awesome stuff. Take care.